Hi everyone, Caroline here. Today I'm going to be showing you how I did this card. I've had a few requests to do a tutorial on how I achieved this. I used the fabulous Imala Enchanted Forest Stamp, which is available on the How to Craft Network website by Stamps by Me. If you go on there you can purchase it if it's still available. Very popular this. My card tends to look a bit like a Christmas card. It can be a winter card to send to somebody, or if you know, whatever you want to do, but I'm sort of slowly building up my Christmas cards, so this is perfect. But I've also done a different one with the sun, and I will be doing another tutorial that will be for Easter, which will be nice with this, so keep your eyes open for that. Okay, to get started, the card you will need for this is, if I can find it, is a 4 3/4 by a 6 3/4, or if you're in centimetres, it's 12 centimetre by 17 centimetre, and that fits the stamp absolutely perfect. I used some A5 cards which I got from Stamps by Me on the How to Craft Network, and they're lovely for them, and you can get all different colours in them, so it's worth having a look at those. They're really good quality. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to use a mask for the hills which have the snow on, and I'm going to be using a circle mask for the moon at the top because I'm going to do a night sky. You want to use your template from your stamp, and the reason for that is you want to know exactly where the hill's going to be in the middle of your stamp. Like I've done on my card, I knew exactly where I wanted the hills to be. So pop that over your card like that, so you can see exactly where it is, and just get your mask down. You don't have to have a special mask. You can cut out of cardboard and just do some hills. That's fine. I'm going to put it about there, so that I've got the sky here, and my little animals looking up at the moon or the sky, and that's fine. So I'm going to pop my magnet there where I want it, and I'm going to be using a finger dauber. I actually got these from Stamps by Me. They're absolutely brilliant. You get a case of 40 in, and so you can have all your different colours, and you're not having to re-clean all the time. You can have one for each colour in different shades. So this is quite new for me. So as you can see, I'm only just starting to use it. I'm going to use the VersaFine Clair Twilight ink for just outlining where the hillside is. So you don't want a lot on your dauber, just a little bit. So dab off on an extra bit of paper if you can, and then just flick up, just to outline where you're going to, the difference between your sky and your hill, like that. I'll put another hill down there, but I won't be doing that till after I've stamped with the stamp. Okay, pop that there for now, and put that over there. I'm going to be using Distress Oxides, and for that I'm going to use the Ranger Distress Oxide Stormy Sky, Dusty Concord, and Faded Jeans. Faded Jeans first. And with my finger dauber, I'm going to do around the moon in the sky, like that. And I'll hold that, and I'm going to flick out as far as I can to outline the moon. And I'll bring back in my mask. And I'll use my blending brush, whichever brush you've got. Just need to move these up a little bit. And then you can do your sky in the faded jeans. Avoid the circle. There is a masking paste you can buy for masking off a circle like this, it's a little bit like a removable glue, and it just rubs off after, which I've not got that yet, but it sounds very interesting. Put your moon back on and go around with your blue for your sky. Now stormy sky. And it just gradually darkens your sky. Without it being black, you don't want it black, because your trees are black, as they're in a silhouette, aren't they? Turn your work around. Sometimes when you look in the sky, it has at night it has a slight purpley tint to it. So this is where the excuse me, the dusty Concord comes in handy. Just a little bit, it's not a lot. Just little shades of it, like that. With your dauber from your VersaFine Clair Twilight, just slightly go around your moon, just to give it some shading, because obviously the moon's not flat white, and you just want to give that a little bit of perspective. You see? Okay, that's the sky done. So now we're going to stamp. Make sure your stamp is the right way, that the tree branches are at the top. I've done this before and I did it upside down. What I like. Put your magnet in the middle. As you can see, it fits over that card perfectly. I'm going to use the VersaFine Black Onyx Black to stamp, or whatever black you use. Excuse me. Really ink it up well. Hopefully that'll go in there without touching that. I don't want it to lift. I'll give it a really good press. Really good. That's it. As you can see, there are little bits of spaces. Be careful you've got no air bubbles under your stamp too. Double check that. And lift gently and then put back down again. over. And keep inking up and getting it as dark as you can. I think it looks magical, this stamp. It's gorgeous. Could be a fairy glen, couldn't it? Oops. That's fine. Clean my stamp. And pop that back on my sheet. Now we're going to do the other hill in here now, because you can see where you're working. You can do the other. So wherever you can see white, just flick up with your brush with your VersaFine Clear Twilight, or if you've got a darker, you know, a blue similar to this. And that way you're not going over your tree, because this sometimes happens when you've you start doing it over your trees, or and when you've done something and you stamp over, you can still see it. So that's why I do it separately. And you can just see the moon now through the trees. I'm going to dry that now. Just going to dry the ink because I've stamped it 2 or 3 times. So I'll get it dried off. Okay, now I put the little animals, I put little rabbits in, but today I'm going to put some foxes in, so I'm going to stamp those on now. Pop those on. I got these from Lavinia stamps. They do some lovely animals. That one there, and that one up there. with your finger dauber then, where your little animals are, just do with the side of your dauber, just do a bit of shading, because there's the moon shining down. They're sat in the snow and it's casting a shadow. Sorry, my throat's a bit thick this morning. If you have bits of white after you've stamped and you don't want it to have a space like this, you can always get a black marker and bring that down. Cover up any white bits if you want. I think it looks nice to have some in because you can see the different branches that are going up from the roots. But use a bit of a marker pen and it just helps with the perspective of it. Makes it not look blank at the side there. So just added a few bits. Okay, if you can, have a spare piece of card with you to lean on while you're doing this, and then you're not getting any finger marks or anything onto your card. Okay, let's clean my hands. And I'm going to highlight now. I'm going to be using my Posca pen. It's the white. This one is 0.7mm, and always give them a really good shake and dot it on the side just to make sure that it's flowing nicely. Turn your work around, and one of the first things I was taught at art school was where your light was coming from, and always flow with the light. You know, don't have a light on this side, light on that side. Always see where your light is coming from, and this is your moon. So your light is going to be on the underside of your branches if it's this side, and the same if you do it that side. So just be mindful of that when you're doing it, so that it looks like the moon is shining on it. So have a look where you think the moon is shining on it. Quite therapeutic doing something like this, isn't it? Dot around your foliage. And the snow's falling on it as well, so You see that? And that's highlighted the trees, lovely. It's actually quite a quick card to make this. It doesn't take a long time. If you find that your Posca has sort of soaked into your Distress Oxide, just go over it again. Highlight it again. I find that does happen sometimes. It makes it absorbent. Okay. Now I'm going to glitter along the edge of where the snow was. And just going to go along the edge there with your finger dauber. It's not a starker line then. Okay. Now the glue. I use the Quickie glue pen. You can buy these online. Best to have a look around and see who's doing the best deal on them. Just glitters your card up a little bit. And I put a little bit just in where the branches, the V in the branches, where the snow settles, a little bit on the top branches. Okay, you can use any white glitter you've got, or whichever, even a silvery glitter. But I think the white glitters look best. And that's glittered it up. I have this sticks to tray and keep gathering extra glitter in there, which goes in a pot on its own. And I'm just going to wipe off any excess glitter that isn't already stuck down. And that is now all glittered. Okay, we'll get it mounted on the card. On your card, I used a mirror card behind this, so just measure it a little bit. You don't want it too wide behind because it takes it away from this wonderful image. But you can have a mirror card, or you can have a glitter card, a silver glitter card, which is nice as well. That's the silver glitter one. But for this one, I'm going to use the mirror card again. And I'll pop that on there. That's on the mirror card. then put this on the card. Make sure your card is the right opening end. Put that in the middle. Now you can put a sentiment at the bottom then. You can either leave it as it is, or you can put a sentiment at the bottom. The one I used on this was Silence is upon us as snowflakes fall, winter is here once and for all. That's a Lavinia stamp. And I have Who Needs Fairy Lights When We Have Stars, and that was from Inkalicious. And I'm going to put that on this one. I'll stick that on there. Put some pads behind. And I have some small gems, little tiny gems. And I've gone and lost my applicator. This is a gem applicator. So you've got a poker tool on one end, and you've got the gem picker on the other end. I got these from Stamps by Me. You can see them on the website. Pop a few stars in the sky. See through there, stars. I've got some stars in the sky. So it's glittery and it has the little gems for stars. Or if you don't want that, just use your Posca pen and do some snow, which I did on this, on the little rabbit one. They make a lovely card. Hope you've enjoyed this tutorial and it's been some help. If you've liked it, please give us a thumbs up, and if you want to catch any of my other tutorials, feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.